Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video, and in this video we're going to be going over some of the news items that have come out over the last week or so. There have been some very small tweaks that are going to come in. Some of them are going to make some, have some big impact, but it was hard to create any content around just basically a one paragraph statement, but there's a multiple of them now, so I can just kind of round up all of the information and just give you the information on stuff that's going to be changing in the future and announcements. The last item we're going to look at is the announcement of the next Mythic Battle Pass, but first let's get into some of the earlier announcements and just go through it and also give you my thoughts. So the first thing we're going to look at is the arena changes that are going to come in, and this is going to be removing a couple of arenas and changing how some other arenas work. So if we just get into the information, it says arena changes. Hello survivors. We wanted to share a few changes coming to arenas beginning next week. As we approach the 1-year anniversary of the Conquest update, we will be phasing out old school and legendary arena from regular rotation. This will also mean that all arena teams, both attack and defense for all different arenas, will now use Mythic fighters exclusively. We have also lowered the required amount of trait-specific fighters needed for Trait Arena from needing to have 3 on your team to now only 2 of the arena's trait fighters. So personally, I'm not a big fan of this change. I didn't mind one arena per week being quite different from the rest. It was fresh. It was actually the arena I liked the most because it was using characters that I didn't use very often. I did think they could have maybe made tweaks to how it worked. For instance, each week they could have made a specific trait get a damage bonus or something like that, so you had a bit more of motivation to use different characters there on the same team over and over again, or the same 2 teams over and over again based on who you're facing. But I can understand to a certain extent why this was removed. Legendary characters, specifically S-class characters, are hard to come by, but I think that could have been fixed in a much better way than just removing it totally from arenas. They could have put S-class characters into where they already have 5 and 6-star characters dropping. Like, if you go to the promo wheel, you're getting 5-star characters and 6-star characters, right? You're getting the characters drop. You might not be getting 5-star characters anymore, I'm not actually sure. But you're getting low-tier characters. They could have easily put like a 20% on an S-class character in there, and like all S-class characters available. They could have put a 20% on elite character tokens, So S-classes could still be naturally gained. And I don't really see the downside of this because people would just spend resources on leveling those characters up. People would spend gear on leveling those characters up. I don't see a downside. I don't see a downside to this. I do see a downside to every single arena being pretty much the same now. There's no such thing as, classic arena, which is Mythics. They're just all classic arena now. I know some of them are going to require you to use 2 trait fighters, but that isn't really that big a deal. Now the majority of your team is not the trait that you need to take in, so it wasn't hard to get 3 trait fighters. There's 3 silvers of every trait, so I don't know. It's kind of a strange decision here. The only one that's different is draft, and I think that's the only place where this actually is going to make a big benefit. Coming up against S-class characters in draft was rough, because you could get absolutely done by just a Mercer lead and not just get someone to counter it. I still think there needs to be so many massive changes made to draft, though, to make it actually decent. I have some thoughts on what they could do, but I think they need to make another arena that's fresh, even if it's only including Mythic characters. Otherwise, it's just going to become so samey, and it's feeling that way already, and that was with Legendary Arena and Old School Arena being in there, but it's going to be a lot worse very soon. But do give me your thoughts on the arena changes here, and we'll get on to the next item. And that next item is the Survivors Club update, and this is going to be an update regarding to Titan Shards. This was something that was, basically requested for quite a long time, and we can get into the information. It says, hello survivors, we're excited to announce the 500 Titan Shards for Survivors Club members will appear in an exclusive mission event starting Tuesday. That's already started. If you have got Survivors Club, you can see it. If you do not have Survivors Club, if you log in that day, you will still get like progress on it, and you have to purchase Survivors Club within the mission time, I believe, and you can claim all those rewards. And it ends on the 15th of February. Survivors Club members can collect Titan Shards over 5 days by logging in and claiming from the missions. Additionally, Survivors Club members will be able to purchase an exclusive Bloody Elbow Pad for offer to pick up an additional 500 Titan Shards immediately, along with gold Mythic tokens. Now, I have got Survivors Club, so I'm going to get those 500 shards. I also did pick up the 500 Web Portal shards in the past. I don't know what the incentive for me personally is to buy that Bloody Elbow Pad. I guess it's for people who are already progressed on tournaments, and I might have actually tried to win you know, 2 or 3 tournaments to be able to buy this bloody elbow pad. I decided winning 4 to 5 tournaments was probably not going to be something I could actually achieve, especially considering time investment in some of those tournaments. Raid, for instance, is just like you're going to be having to raid 24/7. Not fun for me. SR tournaments is all about how many cans you've got or can buy. It's not about much else. And I didn't really want to destroy my roster, you know, 5 times in level up to get another 1,000 shards. I think it would probably be achievable to get 600, maybe 400 and buy another 100 someone else. But I'm not going to be buying the bloody elbow pad to get 500 that's going to count towards gold mythic tokens and not have any account, you know, towards Titan shards. It's kind of a strange situation here. We'll just go over the mission. You can see you do get complete all mission bonus. If you buy the bloody elbow pad and log in for 1 day, you get some gold mythic tokens. And I think that adds up to about 20,000 or so. So it's actually not too bad on the amount of gold mythic tokens you're going to get there. Another 2 gold mythics just on top of what you're purchasing. I think it's $20 or £15 if you're in the UK. So it's not like a terrible price. It's like half a Titan plus 2 gold mythics. It seems kind of reasonable when you compare it to some of the other offers they've done for gold mythic tokens. But like I said, what's the incentive of buying this unless you already got 500 extra from the tournaments? I don't think there's much. And it's a shame because I think it's got decent value. I'm not going to pick it up because it's going to give me very, very little to no progress on Titan. But it's nice this SC information has come out. This has obviously been something that a lot of people have been wanting for a while. I kind of just see that elbow pad as more of a bonus and not really anything else. It was just something added on. I don't think it was announced at the beginning. It's a shame. It's just a shame. If it was announced at the beginning and I had more information, or it was announced earlier, I would have potentially purchased it. So I think like it's just missing out on, you know, potential sales. You know, it's just a kind of weird situation. Next up, we have the War of Champions information. The top 100 factions have been decided over the course of 6 qualifiers. You can see here, congratulations to our top 100 qualified factions for War of Champions coming up on February the 18th, 2022. Players can expect more info on War of Champions, including region transfer key, War of Champions runtime, stronghold, rewards, and more details to be released by February the 9th, 2022. So the information should come out very, very soon. And you can see this is the top 100 factions. You can see the top faction scored over 100 million over 6 qualifiers, which is nuts. And then we obviously are going to go down the qualifiers. My faction finished in 34th. Its wasted potential was 64 million. And there's going to be some close battles down the bottom. It didn't, you know, shame anybody, which is good. Like, it didn't show like 101st to 110th place or something. There's no doubt it's going to be some factions that missed out by barely anything. Look at the scores between 196th place, not even a million points. That's 400k. That is nothing. That is nothing. That could just be like one faction getting a particularly good start in war. It's crazy. The last a million points, if we scroll up, it goes up to 53.3. So the 91st to 100th faction had less than a million points between them over 6 qualifiers. Congratulations to the guys who did qualify in these positions, because it really could have just been like one bad war or one bad start to a war, or a couple of your hitters decided to go to bed maybe an hour earlier or something, and well, that could have been it for your qualifying chances. So I, of course, will be going to War of Champions, and I will be streaming. I'm not sure how many hours I'm going to be streaming War of Champions. I don't want to kill myself doing it, but at the same time, I know it's a great opportunity. I know a lot of people like War of Champions. What I might do is I might stream War of Champions, me actually playing, and then stream War of Champions, me just chilling out. I'm going to try and organize it with Just Call Me Tex or Don't Call Me Tex, so we're not streaming at the same time. I know he's going to be interested in doing some streams as well. And yeah, so just stay tuned to our channels for more War of Champions content, guys. And that will be happening on the 18th of February, so in just under 10 days' time. Now, the next piece of news, and the freshest, is the Mythic Battle Pass update, and it is pretty low-key. It just says, Battle Pass update, hello survivors, we wanted to announce that the next Mythic Battle Pass will be delayed until February 24th, 2022, with the War of Champions on the horizon. The TWD team felt like introducing a new Mythic Battle Pass fighter that players could not have ready to go for the biggest event since the Conquest update was not ideal, so we have decided to delay the release until after War of Champions. Thank you for your patience. It makes sense to me. That is going to be a 2-week break, and hopefully there's going to be some chances of restructuring here, because I think the Battle Pass has had quite a lot of negative feedback on those missions. When you think about past events that we've had to do. I want to take your minds back to Skybound X and your endless raiding to get Negan. It kind of feels like that every single battle pass now, when you have to do 200 raid wins 3 times in a battle pass, which is kind of crazy considering battle passes only last a month. It's just very, very intensive for very short amount of time. And some of these things go on at the same time. Like, we had a Blitz War and hitting 200 raids on the same days. I know the Blitz War was a late announcement and stuff, and they just wanted to make sure everyone was working. But if that mission isn't so crazy, the Blitz War isn't as badly received in my opinion. But you know, that's my opinion. Hopefully these get changes. The 200 SR stages as well is crazy. I think there needs to just be a bit more balancing, or better rewards for those extra things we hit. Now, if I look at the BP level up challenges, you can see I have completed this, but if I scroll down, you can see once I get to 1.5 million, every single reward after this, I'm not getting any milestone updates for this. And this is going to be 1 million per level up or solo level up, which I believe is 8 per battle pass. So for 8 million points, I'm only getting these like little bits of rewards, these coins, basically the battle pass tokens to spend in the market. I'm not getting any extra rewards. So I think if they want to keep this sort of thing up and it goes past the milestones, up to 1.5 million, it can just be as it is. But when I hit 1.75, why not give me some trainers there as well? Why not give me some blowtorches? You know, 1 blowtorch for each of these on top. At least I'm getting something extra that I would potentially get if milestones were extended, or just extend the milestones up to 2.5 million. I mean, and if you haven't got Survivors Club, there's very, very little like selection of rewards as well. It's basically just the character, whoever the character is, or any specific thing you're having a little bit of trouble with. I know some people have trouble with silver characters, so having some silvers in here is nice. Blowtorches, fine, but if you're part of Survivors Club, the extras you get, you're probably going to take gold mythic tokens. I took quite a few, but I also took a few blowtorches as well, just because crafting. So that's the info on the next Mythic Battle Pass, and I'm kind of interested to see who that character's going to be. They're most likely not going to be attached to a Mythic trial, kind of like Dayu was not, just because of how built up the NWO was. I'm guessing the next Mythic trial will be built up just the same. So it'll be interesting to see that character. I think there are a couple of slots that are kind of missing within free-to-play, and I do think that the Mythic Battle Pass character is more aimed at like the low-end spender within free-to-play. Someone who's willing to spend like $10, $15, $20 a month, or like every other month or something. I think, you know, having early control on fast characters or some damage within strong characters, I think one of those would be a pretty good hit for the majority of people in the community, because strong damage dealers are hard to come by. Majority of them are 10% characters on the gold mythic wheel, and there's no early control really in fast, so doing things like challenge run and tournament run is not great. I'm gonna be honest, it's not a great experience. But we'll see what's to come, and hopefully I'll be able to get my hands on that character and give you a review and show you how that character works when it comes to their rush, signature move, passives, and all the good stuff. Now, lastly, we're going to move on to the calendar, and you can see that Divided Loyalty obviously ended on Monday, and we have got the current Mythic Battle Pass ending on Thursday, and we know it's going to be a 2-week break until the next one. My thoughts are, between now and War of Champions, which is not long, it's just about 8 days, we're probably going to see another one of the Gold Rush events, and we could see like another style of event like Perfect Pairings, like another mini week-long event. I don't think anything big's going to start before War of Champions. If they're not going to start the Battle Pass, which makes the money, they're probably not going to just start some random, you know, multi-week event. It's unlikely to happen. So I would expect like some short-term week-long event. I would like to see something that starts to promote weapon crafting at least, because I know a lot of people want to just get a mini craft out of the way before War of Champions to wrap up some of their, you know, attack teams and stuff. Heavy on the blowtorches. You know, heavy on the blowtorches. Blowtorches, all they do is they allow us to craft, you know, instantly. And we still have to use all those other resources, you know. So like, let us drain all those other resources. Waiting a day and a half for a huge bonus to AP on attack, and then getting that very large is not a good feeling. Yeah, thanks, Al. But that's it for this video, guys. Just a quick wrap up on the info of things that are upcoming in RTS between now and War of Champions. I'm sure new things are going to be announced. It did say on the 9th there's going to be some more announcements when it comes to War of Champions rewards and such. So that should come out potentially later today, and it'll be interesting to see what's going to be happening there. That is the end of my video though, guys. I want to thank you very much for tuning in. And as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.